Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 12 of the Dungeon Lore series. In this series, I hope to explain the lore of each dungeon in Final Fantasy XIV, and maybe expand a bit on things you might not know. This episode's dungeon is the Aurum Vale. Among the miners of Eorzea, there lies whispers of a deep cavern, filled to the brim with gold, or at least a tantalizing gold-like hue. Those who know more than whispers will know that these rumours refer to the Aurum Vale. However, upon entering the Vale, miners will notice their lungs aflame with a deadly gas dormant all around the Vale, a condition known as gold lung. The gold veins, rumoured to be endless and in great supply found within the mine, are nothing more than the gold liquid formed of a mixture of small amounts of mithril and large natural deposits of sulphur, causing the liquid itself to burn on contact, let alone the potential of suffering gold lung. Therefore, miners foolish enough to still venture into the cave find nothing more than excruciating pain and a glimpse of the horrible monsters that adapted to the surrounding fumes. Sometime before the calamity, despite the aforementioned lack of resources to be found within the Vale, the Garlean Empire took interest in the Vale for an unknown reason, with crystal outcrops being the main suspect once again, similar to Zemael Darkhold. Ishgardians were looking for a theologist that appeared to have wandered and become lost within the Vale, and at the time they were asking for adventurers to enter the place to retrieve them. Some miners also still braved the Vale, hoping to finally come upon the riches ever rumoured within. In the current age, the Warrior of Light is once again seeking adventure, and a way to test their own skills. They therefore pay yet another visit to Nedric Ironheart, who directs them to Wilhelmus, located outside the entrance to the Vale. He warns us of the still present danger of the toxic fumes and corrosive liquid lurking within, and that he's seen enough bodies dragged out of the Vale, and bads us a more successful venture. Turning the first corner of the Vale, the party sees the immediate gold aura omnipresent in the place, the glowing plants and pools of the dangerous gold liquid, as well as sighting many of the native monsters to the Vale, the Nyx and patrolling Vale wasps. This large open room is host to a huge amount of enemies, with the patrolling wasps attracting more enemies, and the large toad-like Nyx pulling party members in close, potentially across the gold bile scattered all over the floors. The party must be careful as they traverse the room here, as attracting too much attention is likely to lead to an imminent defeat. Once they pass the enemies towards the far side of the room, they reach an area known as the Lock. Many of the areas in the Vale are named as such that the further one delves, the more treasure there is to be found. Here at the Lock, they find a large Ochu known as the Locksmith. During this fight, the Ochu uses its large, whip-like tendrils to lash at nearby party members. It also uses its body to massively spread the effect of the gold lung, inflicting it upon the party with increasing intensity the longer the fight progresses. The only solace the party has here are the marble fruits dotted around the arena, as consuming one of these causes the effect of the gold lung to fade, no matter how harsh the effect is. Upon defeat, the path toward the back of the room opens, allowing the party to proceed through, past several more marble fruit into the banded lid. Here, they find a room filled to the brim with marbles, one large gold find towards the back of the room, and half a dozen smaller marble seedlings. There are also more marble fruit here, however these are more akin to egg sacs, as if provoked they eventually hatch and spawn yet more seedlings. Defeating the gold vine breaks the vegetation to the north, and the party follows around into another enemy-filled room. Here, however, the gold glow of the Vale fades temporarily, aside from a few small pools of gold bile. This area is appropriately known as the Empty Pocket, referencing the lack of the so-called wealth abundant in the rest of the cabin. The party reaches another arena, the Coin Counter's chest, with a large Cyclops facing them, known as the Coin Counter. During this fight, the Cyclops uses many of its abilities to cause damage in large, differing areas. Glower is in front of him, Eye of the Beholder all around him, and the deadliest of all, the 100-ton swing, a large spinning cleave around himself that will almost certainly knock out any party member unlucky enough to be caught nearby. Upon his defeat, the party can proceed through the next corridor, past some more enemies, until they return to an area with the golden glow once again, known as the Miser's Hold. Here, an even larger swarm of Morble and their fruit await, with the second gold vine waiting in the wings. After the Morbles are slain, the party can go on through the final corridor until they reach the deepest reaches of the Vale, known as the Miser's Take. Here, a huge Morble known as the Miser's Mistress awaits. The room is thick with the golden pools once again, along with many vents of the dangerous fumes, a large amount of Morble fruit, and more of the glowing plants adding to the hue of the place. The party engages the Morble, and during the fight, it uses the signature attack of the many Morbles, Bad Breath. Standing in this causes a myriad of ailments upon a party member. Also during this fight, the Miser's Mistress uses its tentacles to throw hooked burrs upon the party, digging into their armor and body and causing damage. The party can once again use the nearby Morble fruit to cleanse any of the effects they suffer from the Morble. When injured, it also plants several Morble fruits, which germinate into seedlings if not dealt with. Upon its defeat, the Morble cries out and vanishes, perhaps making the Vale a marginally safer place. And that's the end of the story and lore for the Aurum Vale. A chance to strike it rich for those wanting the easy life, and a fool's fortune for any wise enough to know the horrors lurking within. I just want to say that the next video might take just a little while longer, as the dungeon in question is forcibly longer than you might originally expect. But in any case, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel for more Final Fantasy XIV lore, and I'll see you next time for Castrum Meridanium and the Praetorium.